Hi, I'm Keith Harrison, the marketing manager here at the Gatehouse Theatre.
And I'm Lou Broom, I'm the visitor services manager here at the Gatehouse.
And welcome to this, it's our Hamlet special, the Stafford Shakespeare, which opens on June the 24th and runs through to Saturday, July the 5th. Hello, good afternoon, good evening and welcome. It's the Stafford Gatehouse Theatre podcast and this is our Hamlet special.
Woohoo!
Yes, it starts soon. Tuesday, June the 24th.
Yep.
And all this preparation that's gone into it, it comes around quick, doesn't it?
It does really quick.
And I'll tell you what else it does. It brings out the weather.
It does. It's glorious today.
Every time we do one of these podcasts, the sun shines. We should do this when it's a really cold day in the middle of February. So I'll do a podcast.
We should do it weekly and then think of the sunshine every week.
Could you face talking to me every week like this?
I could talk to you every day, Keith.
Wow. Yes, marvellous. Well, let's see about that. Hamlet starts this week. Are you looking forward to it?
I am really excited.
Have you had a peek behind the curtain yet?
I haven't
to see
yet.
What it looks like?
I'm waiting till I can actually sit and watch it properly. I don't want to spoil it.
It looks amazing. And we have big news on Hamlet.
Do we?
Yes, we do. Because we are proud to announce that the main sponsor for this year's Stafford Shakespeare Company production of Hamlet is Stafford Grammar School.
Ooh.
Yes. So we'd like to thank Stafford Grammar School for their support. It's brilliant to be backed by a school that's a real Stafford institution, I think, up there as well. They've got a great drama department and performing arts team. And I know a few years back they had their own little Shakespeare festival and they did Hamlet as part of it. So they've got a great sort of theatre setup up there. And I've got a, full disclosure. Both my children went to Stafford Grammar School, so I have spent many hours sat up there watching them in their productions because they were
place in your heart. Then
they were both in the drama classes. Oh. My daughter actually went up to Edinburgh Fringe and performed with some of her classmates. So it's a big thing. But yeah, it's great to have Stafford Grammar School on board as our sponsor. So keep an eye out for them. They've got their literature around in the front of the house. They're on the artwork. They're on the big screens down there with a QR code. Just log on to that and you'll get some information about SGS, which is a great sponsor. We're really pleased to have them on board. So that's great. Speaking of the set, though, I've had a look behind the magic curtain and it is incredible. And I think one of the things about since we've moved from the castle to the gatehouse, one of the things people worried about is because the sets up at the castle were incredible. Yeah. I have seen some amazing ones. I've seen some that weren't so good in the early years as well, but certainly in later years that the sets up there were incredible. But now, I think we've really matched them and hit the mark. Yeah. We started off with A Midsummer Night's Dream. And then I think we stepped up last year for... Yeah,
the set was stunning last year.
The set for 12th Night. I mean, they basically built a fishing village on the Gatehouse.
And the revolving
pub.
Pub,
yeah. It looked like a nice pub that you wanted to go in, didn't you? But this year, I've got to say, they have pushed the envelope even more. It is incredible. I don't want to give too much away, because it's I want people to come in and be wowed by it. And I know the director, Richard Cheshire, thinks the same as well. But let's put it this way. There is projection involved in it. Yeah. And I think that's the first, certainly a first here at the Gatehouse. I can't remember going back to the ones at the castle. And I saw most of them at the castle, that there's that they've used projection before. But it's not just that they've used projection. They've used 3D mapping. There is, so much that's gone into it.
The 3D mapping stuff's really
incredible,
clever.
Yeah. We did do a video with the brilliant Adam Martin. He did a video that was pushed out the other day. And you might have seen that there was like a mannequin on it. That mannequin isn't in the thing. The mannequin was just there.
It's there as a
to represent the cast. But that's how, precise they've got to be. Yeah. So they've got to sort of map it out and make sure that everybody's in the right place. And the work that's gone into it is incredible. But when you see it, and I've only seen little snatches of it, it looks absolutely incredible. And I don't think anybody who come into the Gatehouse and to see the Shakespeares, here at the castle. You won't have seen anything like this.
Well, everyone's really lucky here as well because the staff get a preview. They get to watch the final dress rehearsal. So it's nice. It's like a little treat and a thank you for all the staff that they get to come and watch it. So the cast get an audience before it officially opens on Tuesday. So it's nice. And then you feel like you're getting that little bit of preview and it's like a little thank you to the staff. So it's really nice that everyone will get to see it the night before as well.
Yeah, and our volunteers, because, you know, we've got 100 and odd, an army of volunteers. Yeah. And we keep saying this, but we can't say it often enough. We couldn't really function without our volunteers because they are incredible. They give up their own time. They come in. So the people welcoming you at the door, checking your tickets, showing you to your seats, everybody's a volunteer. Yeah. And they're just incredible, really. And so it's great for them to be able to see the show first. If you're interested in becoming a volunteer, by the way, just drop us a line. We're always looking for new people to join. It's a fun thing to do. And there are little perks. Like you get to see the staff of Shakespeare.
Yeah,
you get to see the panto before everybody else. So that's a really good thing. Opens next Tuesday, but of course opening night is all sold out. So, you know, tickets are selling up well. We'll come on to that in a minute. The costumes as well. Have you seen anything about the costumes?
I've seen a few of the costumes. Yeah, they look really, really good.
It's weird when you see people walk around the Gatehouse carrying machine guns in the rehearsal rooms, not in the public areas, but in the rehearsal rooms, walking around with machine guns. And I think it goes back to, there's been some really good modern Shakespeare's, if you could say modern, up at the castle down the years. Certainly the Richard III in 1999 stands out. Othello was one as well. So I think, you know, they do really work well. I think this has got a great spirit to it, a great set design, great costumes, and people are going to be blown away. I really do think that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Music as well. With all these things, they don't do anything in half measures at the Stafford Shakespeare. We've got our own musical school.
I know.
So
have you heard it yet?
I've heard clips of it because I've got to be honest, my office is down the corridor from the auditorium. So I hear clips of it and it's quite Hans Zimmer-esque. Yeah. You know, it's got that sort of epic feel to it, which again is great for Hamlet. Yeah. It's obviously we've done Midsummer Night's Dream and we did 12th Night at Cornish Tale last year. These are comedies. So they've had that sort of folky sort of, you know, feel to them. But this is, the music is much more cinematic, much more sort of epic. And it certainly fits the feel of Hamlet. Yeah. So I think that's going to be something about it as well. What is your favourite film soundtrack?
Oh, I mean... I don't watch all those big epic movies. Strictly Boring's my favourite film and I love all the music in that. It's got Love Is in the Air, which is one of my favourite songs.
That is a great song.
So that it finishes with that. So, and obviously Dirty Dancing. I'm an ex-dancer. This is why I love dancing films. So, you know, anything that I can get up and dance to is more my kind of vibe of a soundtrack. If I can put it on or I could sing along in the car, then I'm there singing when I'm driving in and out of work. If I can sing along in the car to a soundtrack, that's more my thing than I do love War of the Worlds though.
Yeah, War of the Worlds good.
That's great.
Yeah, we've had that on at the Gatehouse. Yeah. Well, that's good. I like Platoon. Have you seen Platoon? Yep. Sort of, you know, Barber's Adagio for strings. That's good. But again, they throw in a bit of Motown as well in Platoon. So everything is all good about that. And a bit of Jefferson Airplane as well. Is it Jefferson Airplane? No. Yeah. I'm looking for my music. He's shaking his hair. Which one is it? Grace Slick. It was Jefferson Airplane. And then she became Starship afterwards. So yeah. We love a bit of that. But the music is going to be fantastic. I digress, bizarrely. But yeah, the music is going to be fantastic. I think that's going to be, again, something that people will take away from this show is how good the music's going to be. Bethany Thompson is the lady who's done our projection on this. And yeah, you might have seen her on some of the promo videos we've been pushed out. What a talented person she is. Absolutely incredible to be able to come in and do it. Yeah. And they say that the amount of work that goes into it when you see the finished products.
It's just all going to add to the overall effect, isn't it?
It is. What else we talk about the Shakespeare? The actors. You must have bumped into some of the actors.
Oh, yeah. I've been around and met them all and seen them all doing their thing, but I haven't really been in the rehearsal room.
Aren't they
Too
great?
busy, Keith.
Aren't they great? Benedict, I'm going to sort of, reveal something here because I know you were off last week, so you missed this. Mm-hmm. But they did a run through just in the rehearsal room last week. And the feedback that came back about Benedict Shaw, who plays Hamlet, they were saying he is absolutely incredible.
Did you watch it?
I didn't know. I'm too busy. I've got podcasts to write. But no, I wish I could have gone in to see it, but I was too busy bobbing around. But the people who went in to see it,
they said it was amazing.
They said it was incredible. And Benedict was so intense. And I feel bad sometimes because occasionally I grab him to come and do some press picture or whatever. And he's just come off rehearsals and you can tell he's still in the zone.
Yeah.
You know, so that's how intense he is. He's really sort of living this character.
Yeah.
And God bless him, he always sort of smiles politely and does whatever he needs to do for me on the marketing side of things. But you can tell he looks like Hamlet. He sounds like Hamlet. He is going to be amazing. So, yes, we look forward to Benedict. And Sean O'Callaghan as well. Who plays Claudius, the King of Denmark, Hamlet's uncle. He is really good. He is and he's in that new show coming up on Netflix, The House of Guinness.
Oh, okay.
So that's going to be a big old show. I don't know if it's out yet, but it's coming out, and he's got a great CV, and he's been in all sorts of things. So yeah, Sean is going to be great. On top of that, we've got Lucid Spark. Do you know the backstory to Lucid Spark?
I know a bit. I know where they're from from the university, and obviously Lucy from it works with us here. So I've heard bits and bobs from Lucy. Yeah,
but it's great that this is a Lucid Spark are a local theatre group who have trained really at Staffordshire University a few years back, but since leaving the university, they've set up their own theatre company. And they've been at the RSC, they've been around, they've put their own shows on. And I think this is their first taste of being at the Gatehouse, but they're all local actors. And again, this comes back to having Benedict, having someone like Sean, who's from Stoke-on-Trent. It gives us that Stafford feel to Stafford Shakespeare, which I think has been a big hit for us this year. There's big impacts to it. So that's good. Do you want to tell us about the library event?
I can do.
Next week.
So it's the 28th of June, so next week, and it's a drop-in session over at the library, and they're doing it kind of in conjunction with us with Shakespeare. It's for kids from 4 and upwards, and basically you get to go along and you get to do a bit of crafting, and you can make a crown or a bouquet inspired by Hamlet and by Ophelia. So I think they've just got some crafts you can just drop in and just kind of sit and take your kids and just make some things and then come along and wear them. Why not?
We love crafting. We've done a couple of these crafting things at the Gatehouse, and they always go well. And all the materials are provided. It's for children aged 4 up. So, you could take any age of children to this room.
And you'll see, if you actually come and watch Hamlet, you'll see front of house will all be decorated. Any of the black flowers that you see, we have sat painstakingly making them. We've been doing that this morning. By hand, all individually made with tissue paper. So all the black flowers that you see are either made by us or by Helen, our amazing company and stage manager. She's made a lot of them for the set, but we've made them as well for front of house. So
that is amazing. How many have you done?
So far, I think we've done about 40. We'll need to do about 100. So we've still got a bit to go, but we're working through, sitting at the desks.
Is it like Blue Peter?
Yeah, anybody that comes in, it's like, here's some tissue paper, sit down. We're going to make some flowers.
So, I mean, if you want to send you drop in with your children to this thing, it's at Stafford Central Library, so just in Staffordshire Place there, just around the corner from the Gatehouse. It's on Saturday the 28th of June, 10 till 12. Everybody welcome. Yep. And most importantly, it's free.
It's free. Yeah.
It's free. So you don't get much free, and it'd be just a great thing for the kids. And I think, again, it's always good to introduce them to these things in a way that's accessible and they can understand. And it just puts their foot in the door, doesn't it, for things coming up down the line that they will understand. So, and it'd be a bit of fun as well. All the kids, when they come to it, we've done the ones at the Gatehouse, they all absolutely love it.
We've done
they all love it
and everything. Yeah. And we did the Taylor Swift bangle workshop. They love that.
So that's at the library on the 28th. But also, we're doing something at St Mary's Church. Now, it's St Mary's Church Festival. Are you aware of this?
Only from what you've told me recently.
Oh, that's good. So it's a quite a long-standing thing, the St Mary's Church Festival. It goes on for a couple of weeks. There's all sorts of things going on down at the church. It's such a beautiful setting. And if you've ever been in there when they do the singing or anything like that, the setting there is incredible and the acoustics are brilliant. And it's just a lovely thing. In fact, the Shakespeare cast was Richard, the director, wanted to get him out of the rehearsal room. Last week, he took some of them down, didn't he? And they did something there just to get the feeling in this sort of epic, big, huge space about to do some of the scenes and do some rehearsals in there. So that was great. But on Thursday, July the 3rd, So a bit of a way off, but bang smack in the middle of the run of Hamlet. At 1 o'clock, we've got Lucinda Freeburn and Connor Price. Now, Lucinda and Connor are two members of the cast.
Yeah.
Lucinda, you might recognise. She's been in Twelfth Night and a Midsummer Night's Dream. She's a superb musician.
Yeah.
And she plays the violin. She's plays
play everything, can't she? She's
instrument.
amazing.
She's incredible. And Connor as well is a rising star from Lucid Spark that we've just talked about. He's from Cannock, but I've seen him from when he first came in for the auditions.
Yeah.
They took one look at him and said, yeah, you've got to be in this.
Yeah.
He is, and I've seen him really grow. Almost physically, he looks like he's grown now. It's probably because he's just had his haircut, but he looks like he suddenly looks like a Shakespearean actor. And I think this has been great for him. So I'm really looking forward to seeing him in that. And I say that's at St Mary's Church, part of their St Mary's Festival in the middle of Stafford, Thursday, July the 3rd, 1 o'clock. It's free again.
Yep.
So get down there, check a look on their website and see. Now, speaking of things that are going well, ticket sales.
Oh.
Ticket sales are going well. I could give a drum roll for this. Don't do it, because it'll freak our sound engineer out. But ticket sales are now over 3,000 sold in advance before opening night. Opening night sold out. But that is incredible. That is by far the highest number we've had for a Stafford Shakespeare at the Gatehouse. And I think people have just got excited about it, haven't they? There's a real buzz about the town. Poor old Benedict's face is splashed here, there and everywhere. He's let his hair grow a bit longer now since he had the pictures taken for the posters. So, but he said he is still getting recognised in the street as he would do. But yeah, so the sales have gone really well. Luke, talk us through what you've got on the bar.
Oh, well, we've got a few bits, actually. So we're doing the afternoon tea packages. So if anyone came last year, they're going to be very similar. So we've got an afternoon tea and a Prosecco package. So they're £15 and £20. You can have some sandwiches, scones and some cake. And they're just kind of before the show, so you can sit in our writer's room and you get a personal waiter, a cloakroom. It's just really nice. It's just something a little bit extra to do. So that's before every show. So you can book those online or you can ring the box office and book those. So please do book some of those. We've still got a few left, which would be great. We're also doing a Hamlet themed cocktail, which I will confirm the ingredients next week. So we're not sure exactly what we're doing with them yet, but we've got some really cool goblets that look like skulls. So you'll be able to buy a drink in that. And then also we've got the merchandise that is kind of goes along with Shakespeare. So we've got the tote bags, we've got keyrings, magnets, and we've got the goblets as well. They're kind of reusable, and the cups with Stafford Shakespeare on. So we've got a few different things going on. So it'll be quite nice to have something a little bit different. So if you want something a little bit different when you come along, then do that. And so instead of the normal packages for the writer's room that you can book, it'll be the afternoon tea ones, which includes your food. And when we did it last year, a lot of people were taking the cakes home because they're like, it's too much food. We can't eat it all in one go. Or they were saying, can we come back and finish? And they were coming back in the interval. And because they just couldn't eat all of the sandwiches, the cakes and everything in one go. So it's quite good. And then if you want to treat yourself to the Prosecco one as well and have a nice drink, then do that. Because
the thing with them is, if you added it all up together, it's a big saving. It's not just a treat. It's actually a money saving. If you're going to have a couple of glasses of Prosecco, you might as well sort of get the package.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you get your
cakes and your sandwiches.
You've got everything else.
Well. Cup of Char do our sandwiches and their food. If anyone's been, their food's amazing. So it's worth having it just for their sandwiches because they're great.
And the other thing with it is, I suppose, these shows are going to be busy. There's no getting away because the amount of advanced ticket sales, you can tell they're going to be busy. And we sell the bulk of the tickets during the run. Yeah. So to be where we are now, it's going to get busy. So if you don't want to be sort of standing around or sort of, scrambling for a seat or a table somewhere, book a package. Yeah, you get it's all waiting for you. You get it an hour and a half before the performance and in the interval, and it's your own table, so you can leave your stuff there. So no one's going to go and sit in it. It's like yours for the entire time that you're here. Yeah, it makes sense, doesn't it? And there is one without the Prosecco, isn't it? The afternoon tea. Yeah. So you can have a hot drink, so teas or coffees, or if you did want a soft drink with that, you can have that. And then there is the Prosecco one as well, so it kind of covers everybody. How much, Lou? Tell us the price. They're $15 for the tea and coffee with all the food. That's amazing. Then $20 with the Prosecco. What? Yeah. How much is it? One glass of Prosecco? £8.50. And what do you get with this? You get
the Prosecco, you get sandwiches, you get scones, and you get cake.
Do you get a glass of Prosecco?
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. That all makes sense, doesn't it?
15 and £20 per person.
Yeah, that's incredible. Well, book those. How do we book them?
You can either do it via the website.
Yeah.
If you go to book your ticket, when it goes through to the next page, it as an add-on, or you can ring the box office and book. And if you've got any allergies, then please call up and let us know, because we can cater for vegan, gluten-free, vegetarian. Just as long as we know in advance, we can sort that out.
Yeah, so all the people who've already booked, just pick up the phone, give us a ring.
Yeah, if you've got a specific allergy.
Yeah. Excellent. Brilliant. Well, that's all good. So it's coming round. It comes round quick, doesn't it? So it starts on Tuesday the 24th. Now, important to let people know that the show starts at 7 p.m, not 7:30, because most of our shows, when we have normal sort of acts on and whatnot, start at 7:30. But it starts at 7 o'clock. The run time is just over or around 2.5 hours with an interval.
We're hoping.
So everybody will be done by 10 if you're on an evening performance. I think that's better, isn't it, than 7:30 and then coming out maybe towards 10:30. It might be a bit late. So I can see why people have done that. So yeah, that's all going well. Tickets on the website, you know the website, www.gatehousetheatre.co.uk, and the box office, which is open Monday to Saturday, 9:30 to 5. All your tourist information in there as well. In weather like this, come in, get some tourist information.
Have a coffee in the coffee shop.
Have a coffee in the coffee shop. Book your Shakespeare ticket.
We do iced coffees as well.
Ooh, is that new? Yeah,
not on the menu that you look at when you come in, but Laura can make an iced coffee, and we've got some really lovely different. We've got a salted caramel, a gingerbread, vanilla, hazelnut. So you can have it with a syrup and the cream on the top. Really good.
See, I've never had a cold coffee.
Have you not?
I've had my coffee go cold. But I've never had a cold coffee.
I don't like coffee. I don't like the taste of it.
What?
But I like it iced with the syrup. So long as I can't taste the coffee, I'm fine.
What?
I just don't like the taste of it.
I love it.
But an iced coffee with a caramel, I'm here for that.
I can't.
And Laura makes a
function
great
without a coffee in the morning. I'm just a zombie.
No, and lovely Laura in our coffee shop. She makes a great iced coffee.
Yeah, she is lovely, Laura, in there, isn't she? Always has a chat with people as well.
Always, yeah.
And in weather like this, doggy bowl.
Yeah. Dog friendly.
So
we've had a lovely, cute little 18-year-old Yorkie come in this morning.
18-year-old Yorkie?
She was gorgeous. She's blind.
Oh.
But she was so cute. So, yeah.
Oh, get some water and chill out. And
You'll
stuff.
get a personal welcome from me, because I'm obsessed with dogs. So as soon as everyone knows now, they radio me to tell me that there's a dog in the cafe. So I have to run in and say that. They do. It's not even a joke. Laura radios me to
It
tell
does
me
go
there's a
around
dog.
the radio. Oh, somebody's brought the dog in, and everybody
Literally,
goes down. And
great.
if your dog wants some attention, bring it to the Gatehouse.
Yeah.
You can go off and have a coffee.
I will
and in peace, and the staff will just fuss over your dog for the next half
100%.
hour. Brilliant. Right, and that leaves us with one more final big announcement.
Ooh.
Yeah, I should have flagged this
do
at
the
the
drum roll
top.
now.
I should have flagged this at the top that there's a big announcement, or two big announcements, because we mentioned the staff at Grammar School, but we now know what the Shakespeare production for 2026 is going to be.
Do we?
Yes, we do. And it is one of my favourite. I have to say, this is probably my favourite Shakespeare of them all. Richard III.
Ooh.
Now is the winter of our discontent. Made glorious summer by the son of you. I could be in it.
You could. Why don't you audition?
Lots of people would say.
Send in your spotlight and,
Yeah. I've got a bit of a hunchback. I'm getting old. But yeah, Richard III next year, which brings back many happy memories for me for two, because we did Richard III twice up at the castle, but not for a very long time. I think the first time was 1992, and Richard III was played by Tom Watt, Lofty, in EastEnders, and he was brilliant. Oh. He was very, very good, and it was open air. I remember when I went to see it, it poured down. Oh. So it was good. It really added to the atmosphere. It really added to the atmosphere. And then in 1999, a lot of people in Stafford, anybody who saw this in Stafford, in 1999, we did Richard III up at the castle. They'll say this was the best they ever saw at the castle. It was all set around the Millennium Dome, and the tower that the princes were murdered in was a 2CV. Yeah. It was incredible. It was just amazing. Had this little sort of ATV thing running around, the machine guns. Ian Reddington, who was Tricky Dicky in EastEnders. All EastEnders people. He's in loads of things, Louis, in Rickington, I think, down the years, isn't he? He was Richard III, and he was absolutely superb.
Was that the last time we've done it, 99?
1999. Wow. So I can't believe it's going to be 27 years since we've done Richard III. But it's superb. It'd be absolutely superb. So I'm so excited for that. Coming off the back of Hamlet as well, which is one of those historic sort of plays which, is dark and mean and moody. But even in Hamlet, I think there are lighter moments, aren't there?
Yeah.
And I think Richard III as well, although it's very dark, it does have lighter moments. It will be on sale as we speak.
Oh.
As we speak.
It's already on sale.
It will be on sale in the next 48 hours. Ooh. If it's not on sale already. We're just waiting on a couple of final minor sort of tweaks to it. But it will be there. It'll be on our website. Yeah. So if you come along to Hamlet and you think this is great, which it will be, get booked in and get the best seats straight away for next year's Richard III, because there will be an early bird ticket offer.
Oh, amazing.
You'll be able to get tickets early for a much reduced price. So that would be a great opportunity to sort of get in and get locked in for next year as well, because, like I say, I think when people see Hamlet, they will be blown away. And we'll be looking at repeating the success of this year's next year. I think we've got real momentum. We're getting loads of attention for it. The Stage are coming up. The Guardian are coming up. Everybody is paying attention to it. Loads of websites and bloggers and influencers. Yeah. All these people are all sort of coming on board and, desperate to get press tickets to come to the press night. And I can't wait to read the reviews, because I think it's going to be incredible. So that's it. That's our Hamlet special. Get on board. Don't miss out. The thing about it is it's not a very long run, is it?
No.
So it starts on Tuesday the 24th, only runs through to Saturday the 5th of July. Yeah. There's only 12 public performances. There's a couple of school performances that are just for the schools. But only 12 performances to come along to. There's a couple of matinees. Most of the shows are at 7 o'clock at night. But yeah, come along and don't miss it, because it's one of those things I think people talk about for years. Yeah. From what I've seen so far, people will talk about this show for years. So you don't want to miss out. And then, this is going to be crazy, isn't it? As soon as that finishes, guess what we get into? Panto mode. Sleeping Beauty. Yeah. And somebody in the building the other day said, we've got loads of time before the Panto comes round. We haven't. Like it'll be on us, isn't it? It'll be on us before we know. When's the longest day? The longest day is June the 21st, isn't it? So that'll be around about now. Mm-hmm. And then after that, the nights start drawing in. Yeah. Enough of this hot weather, light nights.
It'll be Christmas soon.
We're back to our big coats and dark nights and coming in the dark, going home in the dark. And you know what? That's just the way I like it. I'm weird like that. Anyway, brilliant. That's it, Lou. Unless you have anything else?
No, we're all good, I think.
So basically, come to the Gatehouse, come watch Hamlet, get one of Lou's packages, grab yourself what's the drink called?
Hamlet's Poison.
Hamlet's Poison. I'm going to have one of them. Yep. And and we look forward to seeing you at the Gatehouse in the next couple of weeks.
Thanks
it's a one-time offer. Don't miss it, because after July the 5th, it's gone. Never to be repeated. See you soon.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.